The heat, well, it's been in full effect this week. Your air conditioning unit working overtime, struggling to keep up probably.
That's right. So here to give us tips on how to keep the air running is Jamie Clark with Synergy. Jamie, thank you so much for coming back.
Hey, we're busy, but
yes,
never too busy for you guys.
Well, we appreciate it. And folks out there looking for some survival tips at this point. With these systems working round the clock.
They are. By code, our air conditioning in Central Kentucky is only sized for 89 degrees. So when it gets over 89, your system's either going to run nonstop and probably not even keep up with the set point that you want it.
Right.
So we want to be mindful to reduce the heat in your home any way you can.
Okay.
Definitely close your drapes. It's not a good idea to do a lot of cooking this time of year, so good, you can take the wife out to dinner tonight.
All right, hey,
you go.
Don't twist my arm.
This is the win.
Do your laundry at nighttime because your clothes dryer puts off a lot of heat. Too,
right.
Okay,
so those are some good things. We want to reduce the amount of heat getting in your house any way we can. Closing the blinds, anything we can do. On your air conditioner, you want to make sure that it's got plenty of breathing room around it because that unit is it absorbs the heat in your house and takes it and dumps it outside. So even if it's dirty, it has a hard time getting rid of that heat. So we make sure it's good and clean.
Yeah.
Hose it off from the inside out to kind of blow the dust and dirt off of it.
Okay.
Make sure you have no vegetation around it. You want leafy plants. When that fan's running, it'll suck up against the body of it and then mulch and all that junk. So we want to treat it like it needs to be treated. Give it 18 inches of good breathing room all the way around.
So that probably drives you nuts when you see other installers just cram those boxes into the sides of houses with not enough room.
It's so frustrating, and you come behind people and there's this much room between the two units and they're pushing heat at each other.
Right.
So we want to keep them the bare minimum 10 inches, but we really like 18 inches.
Yeah.
You know? And then one tip, and this is a DIY tip, and it's not very environmentally friendly, but if your air conditioner is really struggling, if you throw a sprinkler on it, that water is probably going to buy you about 5 degrees of indoor temperature. So we don't do it all the time.
Yeah.
But when Dylan said it's going to be 97 potentially on Friday.
Yes.
A lot of people are going to be struggling with the air conditioner. So if you throw that sprinkler on there, that water will cool it down a little bit, and it's probably going to buy you about 5 degrees of indoor. So it's not a long-term fix, but a short-term.
That's a great,
it's a little DIY.
Great hack there. I wanted to ask you about, we had you on this morning on Good Morning Kentucky, and you'd mentioned in your list then about trying to avoid programmable thermostats. So what's the reasoning there?
So programmable thermostats have no value in cooling season whatsoever. We don't want to let your house get warm while you're gone to work or anything because it may not cool it back down when you get home. So disable that programmable thermostat, keep it the same temperature all the time. Maybe even set it a little bit lower at nighttime so the house gets a little cooler than normal. So, knowing that we're gonna have these hot temps, if you don't want it to be, 77, 78 degrees in your house, you need some strategy because your air conditioner is really only designed to cool the house about 20 degrees cooler than the outside. So if it does hit 97 this week, you're going to see a lot of people in the high 70s in their indoor temperature, and most of us, that's not comfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
And that makes it so difficult too for people because I'm sure you get a lot of calls. My air conditioning is not keeping up with these this heat.
We beg people all spring, get us out for maintenance, let us get it clean, let us get it working.
Yeah.
And then people forget to do it, and then this time of year our phone goes nuts. We're very popular right now. Our guys are all working overtime and we're doing everything we can to get to as many people as we can. But most of the time it's simple stuff, basic maintenance things. We have capacitors failing and breakers failing and clogged drains and that kind of stuff. And we'll troubleshoot that fairly quickly. Right now, we're still able to get to most people same day or next day. So, if your system breaks down, give us a call. We'll do our best to get you as priority as we possibly can.
That's awesome you can do that, especially when in the situation we're in this week, where we're just not seeing those ACs turning off.
Well, and if you look at the long range forecast, this is here to stay. This is not a short term. It's going to be a hot summer. And for it to get this, it's not even summer, right? Summer starts this weekend. So if it's 97 degrees before we're officially in summer, you need to buckle down. It's going to be a long year. And air conditioning is about to change dramatically January 1 of next year. We have new refrigerants coming out, and this is the third time in my career the government has forced us to change refrigerant for environmental reasons. It's the right thing to do, but it's still a challenge.
Right.
Air conditioning costs are going to go up anywhere from 15 to 25% January 1.
Wow.
So if you're struggling with an older air conditioner, right now is the time to buy one. Let's go ahead and get it in, get it replaced. And the refrigerant that we still use today, you're going to be able to service for the next 20 years, but I can't sell equipment that is on the old refrigerant after January 1 of next year.
Gotcha.
And the new refrigerant actually has propane in it. So we're having to as an industry, retrain our people because we're working with a lightly flammable refrigerant.
Yeah.
So it's a game changer. So buy it now, you know.
Yeah.
And we're still doing our Good Giving Challenge with God's Pantry.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if you need an air conditioner tune-up, we'll do it for a bag of groceries donated to God's Pantry. And we're doing a $10,000 giveaway on the 4th of July weekend. So
that's
there's
great.
a lot of reasons to give us a call.
Yeah,
Heat
absolutely.
crisis not preventing good work and good
That's
neighborly
right.
work going on too from Synergy.
Yeah.
Well, Jamie, thanks. And thanks to your team for working overtime to get us through this week.
That's what we do.
We appreciate you coming in today.
All right, have a good day.
Good advice there.
Yes.
We're back with more. Stay with us.